Power isn't just about controlling others, it's about mastering how people perceive you. In the 48 Laws of Power, Robert Greene emphasizes the importance of continually reinventing yourself, managing your image, shaping the narrative, and offering a vision people can rally behind. Today, we'll look at Laws 25 through 32 and explore how these strategies can keep you ahead in the game of power. Let's get into it. Law 25, recreate yourself. To gain and maintain power, take control of your own image and not let others define you. This law emphasizes reshaping yourself to adapt to changing circumstances and keep others intrigued. By constantly reinventing your persona, you maintain influence and avoid being confined by expectations. A powerful example is Julius Caesar. He understood how to control perception. As a young man in Rome, he won public favor by hosting grand spectacles, like gladiator games, using his own wealth to entertain the masses. These events built a reputation for generosity and strength, distinguishing him among Rome's elite. In warfare, Caesar took on the role of a heroic leader, always at the forefront with his troops. He prided himself on his skills, often outshining his soldiers in bravery and endurance. Riding into battle on the strongest horse, he made sure his men saw him leading them, becoming a powerful symbol. His soldiers followed him with unwavering loyalty, believing in his vision as if it were their own. The takeaway: control your image and use theatrical elements to your advantage. Reinventing yourself allows you to appear larger than life, adapting to new roles and environments. Just as an actor changes roles, you can use calculated shifts in your persona to stay unpredictable, maintain interest, and use each transformation to further your influence and power. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. In the pursuit of power, maintaining a flawless public image is crucial. You must seem above reproach, free from blame for any misdeeds or controversial actions. The key to achieving this is to use scapegoats or proxies to take the fall for you while you remain untarnished. By allowing others to handle the dirty work, you can orchestrate your strategies from the shadows, keeping your reputation intact. Cesare Borgia, the notorious Italian leader, mastered this tactic. When faced with rebellious leaders in a recently conquered region, Borgia assigned the ruthless Ramiro de Orco to restore order through any means necessary. After de Orco brutally suppressed the region, Borgia knew that the harshness would provoke resentment. To absolve himself of any blame and please the public, Borgia publicly executed de Orco, presenting himself as the just ruler who corrected the excesses of his subordinate. His hands stayed clean, and he maintained his position of power. The lesson: never allow yourself to be publicly associated with controversy or scandal. Delegate questionable tasks to others, and when things go wrong, they can bear the consequences while you continue to appear virtuous and untouchable. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. People have an overwhelming desire to believe in something bigger than themselves. By tapping into that need, you can build an unshakable following. This law is about offering people a cause or vision that feels meaningful, something that gives them a sense of purpose. The trick is to keep your message vague but full of promise. By leaving room for interpretation, you allow people to project their hopes and dreams onto your vision. This tactic is used by many charismatic leaders who create a near cult-like devotion among their followers. They use symbols, rituals, and even sacrifices to strengthen the emotional connection, making people feel like they are part of something important. These leaders become the face of the movement, and their followers become fiercely loyal, willing to do whatever it takes to support the cause. The takeaway: when you offer people a cause to believe in, you create a following that's loyal and emotionally invested. Use rituals and symbols to deepen that connection, and remember to keep your promises broad and hopeful. When people believe they're part of something bigger, they'll stay devoted and help you grow your power. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. In the power game, hesitation is your enemy. To succeed, you must act boldly. Timidity creates obstacles and invites failure. People are drawn to confidence, and bold actions not only capture attention, but also overpower your rivals. Even mistakes can be fixed with more boldness, while hesitation leads to missed opportunities. One of the best examples of boldness comes from the notorious con artist Count Victor Lustig. In the 1920s, Paris was facing financial struggles, and the Eiffel Tower needed costly repairs. Lustig seized this opportunity. Posing as a government official, he convinced scrap metal dealers that the French government planned to dismantle the Eiffel Tower. With complete confidence, he forged documents and held fake meetings in luxury hotels, making the scam seem legitimate. Lustig's boldness was so convincing that no one questioned him, and he sold the Eiffel Tower for scrap, twice. His audacious moves made the impossible seem plausible, pulling off one of the most famous cons in history. The lesson: boldness is power. When you act with certainty, you inspire trust and control. Even when risks are high, boldness often brings better results than hesitation. People respect decisive action, and with it, you'll find yourself in a stronger position of influence. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. In the world of power, planning is everything, and the ending matters most. You must plan all the way to the finish, considering every possible consequence, obstacle, and twist of fortune that could undo your efforts or give others the glory. By thinking far ahead, you can guide fortune and control your future, ensuring you won't be caught off guard and that you'll know when to stop. A clear example of failing to plan to the end is the Athenians' disastrous Sicilian expedition in 415 BC. During the Peloponnesian War, Athens sought to invade Sicily, convinced it would bring them immense riches and a final victory. Blinded by ambition, they failed to consider the dangers. They underestimated the Sicilians' resolve to defend their homeland, ignored the threat of their enemies uniting, and didn't foresee that fighting on multiple fronts would stretch their forces too thin. The campaign ended in utter disaster, contributing to the fall of one of the greatest civilizations in history. The Athenians let the lure of short-term glory cloud their judgment and ignored the dangers that lay ahead. The lesson: don't let ambition blind you. Always plan for every outcome and prepare for the long term. Otherwise, you risk being crippled by the challenges you failed to anticipate. Law 30. Make your accomplishments seem effortless. How you present yourself is as important as what you achieve. Make your successes seem effortless by hiding the hard work behind them. People admire those who accomplish great things with ease, as it suggests natural talent and control. By staying calm and concealing your struggles, you create an aura of mastery, which make your power seem even greater. Revealing too much effort can diminish your accomplishments and provoke envy. Take Harry Houdini, one of the most famous magicians and escape artists of all time. Houdini would perform death-defying escapes, slipping out of handcuffs, chains, and locked boxes, often while submerged in water or hanging upside down. To the audience, his escapes looked effortless, almost magical, as though he didn't even break a sweat. But behind the scenes, Houdini spent countless hours practicing, preparing his body, and working out every possible detail to ensure nothing went wrong. He knew that if he showed any sign of struggle, the illusion would be broken and his mystique would fade. By making his performances look easy, Houdini built a reputation as a man of extraordinary skill, leaving audiences in awe of his seemingly supernatural abilities. The lesson here is clear: conceal the hard work and let others marvel at how effortlessly you achieve your goals. This aura of ease not only wins admiration, but also strengthens your influence. Law 31. Control the options. Get others to play with the cards you deal. To maintain power, control the choices people are given, guiding them toward the outcomes you desire. The key is to make them feel like they are in control, even as you limit their options to ones that benefit you. An example from the book is Ivan the Terrible, Russia's first Tsar. Faced with opposition from the boyars, the powerful nobility who constantly undermined his rule, Ivan used a clever tactic. In 1564, he abruptly abdicated the throne, leaving Russia in turmoil. Without a leader, the country spiraled into chaos, and the boyars realized the danger they faced. Desperate to avoid anarchy, the boyars begged Ivan to return. He had given them two stark options: chaos without him, or stability under his rule. By creating this illusion of choice, Ivan made them choose his return on his terms. He regained the throne with more power than before, ruling without interference from the nobility. The lesson here? By controlling the options, you shape the choices people make without appearing overbearing. People will think they are choosing freely, but in reality, you are guiding them toward the outcome that best serves your interests. Law 32. Play to people's fantasies. In the pursuit of power, appealing to people's fantasies is often more effective than confronting reality. People are frequently dissatisfied with their lives and long for escape or something better. By offering them an enticing dream or an idealized vision of the future, you capture their imagination and loyalty. In 16th century Venice, a man named Marco Bragadino claimed to have mastered alchemy, the supposed power to turn base metals into gold. Desperate for wealth, the Venetian authorities eagerly believed him, providing him with money, resources, and lavish accommodations in hopes of unimaginable riches. For years, Bragadino kept the fantasy alive with small demonstrations, showing just enough progress to sustain their belief. The Venetians, blinded by their desire for wealth, ignored any doubts. However, over time, frustration grew among officials and citizens who became impatient with Bragadino's luxurious lifestyle. They demanded proof of his abilities. Offended, Bragadino accused Venice of betraying him and left. He moved to Padua, then Munich, where the Duke of Bavaria, also desperate for wealth, welcomed him. As in Venice, Bragadino promised gold, but delivered only illusions, living comfortably while his new patrons, like the Venetians, fell for the dream. The takeaway: when you appeal to people's fantasies, you can guide them wherever you wish. People are often willing to ignore reality if the dream you offer is compelling enough. Control the fantasy, and you control the people. As we've seen through laws 25 to 32 of the 48 laws of power, mastery of your image, the ability to reinvent yourself, and the control over perception are crucial to gaining and maintaining influence. However, be careful with how you apply these laws. Used wisely, they can elevate your power, but if mishandled, they will lead to unintended consequences. I'd love to hear what you think about these laws. Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the next part of this series. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next video.